No. 10 minutes.
Go on.
No! Why would you do that? That's mean.
All right.
Oh. It's recording, sorry. Sorry, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, tonight, thank you guys for coming. First of all, you guys know me. I'm laid back pretty well.
Are you speaking to the camera right now?
No.
Is it recording?
Yes, it's recording. Sorry.
All right. So a couple things. This week, there's something special going on this weekend, right?
Yes.
I don't know what.
AVI.
Oh, the walk-in, guys.
AVI.
I didn't know this. Tell me more about it.
Audio visual.
Avon
I'm ready to myself.
Oh, I was saying like audio visual. Anyway. All right. So, what are you guys planning on having going on this weekend?
AVI.
Not AVI.
The walk-in?
Lock-in.
The walking that I cannot go to.
You'll be here in spirit, though.
Possibly. Or, well, yeah.
Possibly.
No.
I'm over here.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right. I'm clear the air. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I've passed out a little package for you guys, just something to kind of keep your mind kind of focused on what we're doing here. So there's two things we really want to focus on with the book you have in your hand. The first thing is the first page shows you how to do like a structured Bible learning. So your own Bible study, okay? So the difference between preaching and teaching is primarily that teaching gives you the tools to do your own teaching later on. Preaching primarily just tells you what you need to know, okay? So I don't do a lot of preaching, I do teaching as much as I possibly can. So I'm equipping you with this packet here. The first page there shows you the 5 steps how to do your own Bible study. And I have to make it, so it all rhymes and goes together. So I made everything start with the letter C. So number 1 is content. Number 2 is classification. Number 3 is clarity. Number 4 is context. Number 5 is call. I went over that really quick, just to spit it out and let you know they're all C's. But that's important to me. Why C? You didn't follow, did you?
Why didn't it be?
Why
It could be an L or a P or an R.
What if it was C? That would be impressive.
Yeah.
All right. So if you follow along with me there, the 5 steps at the bottom. First step is observe its content, right? So when we look through the scripture we're going to be looking through here real quick, we're going to look at that. Simply read and comprehend the passage. The second step is identify its genre. Who knows what genre means? Anybody?
It's like
He raised his hand. He's polite.
It's a classification. Genre. Go ahead.
It's like how things are sorted, but there's different groups.
Genre?
It's
It's a different. You're on the right track.
it's like different parts of a book.
It's different types.
Oh, different types.
Different types of literature.
So I'm
Okay.
saying groups of books.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I didn't hear you say that.
History, like history.
Boy.
Absolutely. There's poetry. There's history. There's all kinds of stuff out there. The Bible has just as many literary genres as you can think of that are in a library. Okay, maybe not quite as many. They didn't have a lot of.
Non-fiction and
romances,
They didn't
comedy.
have a lot. Well, they did maybe. Some of that stuff was pretty funny. Number 3, analyze its structure or clarity. You want to clarify what's going on. So that's the part where you look at chronologically, how do things go? Is it a prophecy? Is it telling you the future? Is it telling you about the present? Or is it telling you about the past? And number 4, explore its context. What words don't you understand? Write it down. This is the part where you also can consult like outside resources, ask a friend, ask somebody who knows more than you. Me? No, just
there's
kidding.
no
I don't know
one
that
that
much.
knows more than me.
Really? This is the part where I would seek help from my own pastor, right? Pastor Ben or a biblical commentary, like on the book of Romans or something, my favorite book of the Bible.
I thought you
Romans 8. Romans 8, you're in. Number 5, articulate its purpose, the call. Why did the author write it? Specifically, why did the author write the context we're going to look at today? We're going to look at the book of Acts. Acts chapter 17. Does anybody have a guess of what the book of Acts is written for?
How you should act.
No. Quite. You're close. How you should act is looking into the future.
How we have to.
Who's we?
Us.
God's people.
Which is another word for
Disciples.
apostles, disciples of Christ, right?
What are apostles?
The apostles. So the long title of the book of Acts is Acts of the Apostles. It's the acts that they did, the behaviors they did, immediately following Christ's death and resurrection, his crucifixion. Okay? As we're into the Lent season right now, Easter's coming up, it's like what? 26, 27 days away, something like that.
It's still that far away.
It is.
When
When you get up, Logan, you've only gone halfway.
Right.
The next day after.
Only gone halfway.
So we're in the Lent season, the Easter season right now. All right, so going to the next thing here. So I'm going to ask you guys to use those 5 steps to break into groups, and you guys can go ahead and just break into the groups you're already in the tables right now, and read Acts chapter 17, starting verse 16. And I've conveniently included it in the study packet you have there.
Awesome.
I know. It's like foreknowledge. It's like I almost knew about it. I know.
But we need some more pictures.
Look at that awesome title.
Why do you have a bigger copy than us?
You didn't make these, did you?
Yes, I did.
Acts
All
7.
right, so break up into your groups.
Okay. Acts 17. Paul in Athens. While Paul was waiting for them in Athens, his spirit was troubled within him, and when he saw that the city was full of idols. So he reasoned in the signing of the Jews and those who worship God in the marketplace every day with those who happened to be there. Then also some of the Epicurean and Stoic philosophers argued with him. Some said, "What is this pseudo-intellectual trying to say?" Others said, "He seems to be a preacher of foreign deities, because he was telling the good news about Jesus and the resurrection."
Okay, let's see what answer you get.
You won't get any answers yet.
Well, that's.
The first step is to read it all.
Yeah.
Why?
They
Read
took
and
him.
comprehend.
Night, if you're even in camera.
They took him and brought him to Areopagus and said, "May we learn about this new teaching you're speaking of? For what they say sounds strange to us. Well, we want to know what these ideas mean." Now all the Athenians and the foreigners residing there spent their time on nothing else but telling and hearing something new.
Okay, somebody else's turn.
I think they
Who was
should
to
keep
go
going.
next?
He does an excellent job at reading.
Yeah,
Nevaeh does a great job.
No.
I'll read.
I'm horrible.
I didn't know he was reading to
Starting,
everybody.
and it's called
I thought
Areopagus.
he was just reading.
Areopagus.
I thought you were reading it great. I was
Yeah, we're working in one big group.
I actually
Areopagus.
Is it like 19?
Uh, verse 22. Areopagus address.
Oh, my God, penis.
22. Then Paul stood in the middle of the Areopagus. I forgot.
It's okay.
Areopagus. Then said, "Men of Athens, I see that you are extremely religious in every aspect. Whereas, for as I was passing through observing the objects of your worship, I even found an altar on which was inscribed to an unknown God. Therefore, what you worship in ignorance, this I proclaim to you. The God who made the world and everything in it, He is Lord of heaven and earth." Okay.
You have to finish.
It does not live in shrines made by hands.
25. Neither is he served by human hands, as though he needed anything, since he himself gives everyone life and breath in all things. From one man he has made every nationality to live over the whole earth and has determined their appointed times and the boundaries of where they live. He did this so they might seek God, and perhaps they might reach out and find him, though he is not far from each one of us. For in him we live and move and exist, as even some of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. Being God's offspring, then, we shouldn't think that he in divine nature is like gold or silver or stone, an image fashioned by human art and imagination. Therefore, having overlooked the times of ignorance, God now commands all people everywhere to repent, because he has set a day when he is going to judge the world in righteousness by the man he has appointed. He has provided proof of this to everyone by raising him from the dead. When they heard about resurrection of the dead, some began to ridicule him, but others said, "We'd like to hear from you again about this." Then Paul left their presence. However, some men joined him and believed, including Dionysius and the Areopagite. A woman named Damaris and others were with them.
All right. So can anybody give me so the first step is what? Content. Can anybody give? That's basically where you. That's where you just basically give a summary of what you just read. So instead of all those verses there, just summarize. What is it we just read? What just happened?
He was visiting like one of the towns, but he saw these idols, so he started telling them this is wrong, and then some people understand, some people did not.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else stick out?
Is that what we're supposed to write down?
You write it down.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, you can write down that. So this tool is really unique in that it can be as deep or as shallow as you want it to be. So the purpose of reading and studying the Bible is to be as deep as you can, right? To study and learn as much of it as you can. So you want to get as deep as you can. So think about it. Think about it a little bit deeper. What happened to Paul? This is Paul, right? He's the guy who wrote the majority of the letters in the New Testament. So out of all the New Testament, this guy, he's writing about, this is a story about him. Okay? Anything else pop out at you?
Wait, what?
About the story, anything else pop at you?
He wasn't listening.
Are you
Did
asleep?
Paul right? No, he's facing the opposite direction.
So, look in verse number 16.
Did Paul write this?
Paul was in the city.
Right.
He was in the synagogue. Who would have been in the synagogue? It says right there. Synagogue with the Jews, and with those who worship God in the marketplace every day, with those who happen to be there. Okay? He was in the place where people were found, in the marketplace, like downtown Indianapolis. Think about City Market. You guys ever been to City Market?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Lots of things going on around there. Lots of flow and stuff. Constantly. Okay? This is what's going on. Paul was where other people were. So, then some of the philosophers tried to argue with him. Right? Called him names and stuff. Not really bad names. You pseudo-intellectual.
Fake.
Right?
How do you spell that?
Seder is one of our steps.
Probably.
It's a good step to learn more.
So, it says, what is the pseudo-intellectual trying to say? Others replied, he seems to be the preacher of foreign deities because he was telling the good news about Jesus and the resurrection. So what was he doing? Acts is a book about
Actions.
what the
The
apostles
Acts
did
of the
after.
Apostles. The Acts of the Apostles.
Okay.
Usually we try and copy some of
So look in verse number 19. What's it say? Somebody read verse number 19 again. Hey, Blake, can you read verse 19 again?
Yes.
They took him and brought him to the Areopagus and said, "May we learn about this new teaching you're speaking of?"
He
Are
stole
you
your thunder.
bladed?
So who took him?
The Arapahoes.
Herodotus was the place. Here's where I'm going to jump ahead and show you a picture so you know what the Areopagus is, okay? Just look right up here and you'll see exactly what the Areopagus is. This is the city surrounding where Paul was. This is really cool. You want to pay attention to this, okay?
It's pretty.
Right here is the Areopagus.
Yeah.
Okay, if you really want to get geeky, I'll go there. All right? Areopagus means Ares
Hero.
rock. Ares was one of the gods that they worshipped back then, pagan gods, right? Ares killed his father and was then sent to trial because he was murders his father. This is where he was sent to trial according to their mythological legends. So Paul was taken to Areopagus with the intent he was going to be tried as a murderer. They only did murder trials there. They took him and went there. Yes.
Did he die there?
No. He did not. He did not. There's this story that we're reading about ends well. Chapter 17 ends well. Okay.
Spoiler.
So what?
I said spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. Weird directing in the chapter, so. So, have you written something down for the first one, for the first thing?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2. What's number 2? Hannah, what's number 2?
You said to write something.
Classification. So what's the classification?
Would it be non-fiction?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, you mean you mean okay. I would say it's kind of like a story.
You're right. You're on the right.
Tell us right something.
Another word for story is narrative. Yeah. Okay. This is like. It's not the first person narrative, so Paul's not writing this.
Third person.
But anyway, it's a narrative. It's telling a story in chronological order. What happened? Okay. What's the third thing?
Clarity.
Clarity. It's not clarity. Analyze the structure. Okay, I already told you that. Chronological. It doesn't jump around. It's not poetical, so it's not like out there in the cosmos someplace. It's actually happening. Okay. So how does it read? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Step 1, step 2, step 3. It tells a story. It tells you exactly what happened. All right. What's the next thing?
Original
Context.
culture.
What?
Context.
Okay. You're extending on it?
Oh,
I
wait,
was saying original culture.
Yeah. So what are some of the words, stuff you need to understand?
The
Context.
test, but you already told us.
Areopagus.
Areopagus.
Any other words you need to know? I mean, this is not a part where you need to be afraid that you don't understand things, because I had to look up all this stuff.
Epicurean.
Epicurean.
I know.
Stoic.
I know what Stoic is.
What's Stoicism?
Stoicism was a religion they had back then, where they had weird multiple gods and stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of. It's out there.
Like what?
They would. Huh?
Epicurean.
Oh my god.
So Stoicism. These are where these guys. Some of these guys literally believe that to own anything is bad. Okay. So if you're Stoic, you're just very. You're just kind of, yeah. Not to have any type of emotions or anything.
They could know anything since we own food, so they kept.
All right, anything else stick out there? Anything you need clarification on?
Context, though, wouldn't it be like the context of the story, not like context as in words you don't know?
Yeah, all that.
And why do we go on to like wait,
God was?
You're
Here's kind of what I do in context and clarity.
Oh.
What number are we?
I think you're thinking of content and you just whacked my.
Snackle.
No, Logan!
Context.
17.
Dang, you get 2 marks.
Number
I didn't
17.
get to finish it.
Stop, I can't say
Shush.
I've heard
Number what?
On verse 17.
everything you want me to write something
Oh.
on.
Verse 17.
Synagogue.
Synagogue?
It's like a temple.
Yeah, it's a Jewish temple.
He didn't even siblings together.
So insecure of him.
So the very last one, number 5. That's the most important part.
She's probably medicine.
Okay? Why don't you guys get serious about what we're talking about here? I see a lot of just literal
She's
pigtails all over the
she's
papers.
writing on my paper.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Thank you.
Mine's right. I'm ready to mine.
Okay, you know, I'm
Mine's
so
got
sorry.
a bit on the cup.
You're writing notes to me. That doesn't count.
Get signing here.
So number 5 is the call. What does that mean?
Try to the opposite. What's his purpose?
So what is the purpose of this?
To teach us something.
To bring people together.
Okay, you're on it.
Oh, yeah.
You hit it. You jumped like 10 steps ahead of me. How'd we get there, though?
Yeah.
He was trying to tell you how, first of all, he was trying to inform you what Paul did in Athens about the false gods.
So, an unknown God. It says, therefore, what you worship in ignorance, this I proclaim to you, the God who made the world and everything in it. He is Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in shrines made of hands. Okay? That word ignorance there. Is that something you'd want to say to your friends? Calling them ignorant, necessarily?
It's not positive now.
It's not positive. But the word there, if you actually look at it, because I did, I looked it all up, doesn't actually mean, it's not a put down. You're not saying someone's stupid. It means they're just not aware of. So literally they said, an unknown God, you're not aware of this one. So instead of offending someone and offending a God that they don't even know about, they built a shrine for the unknown God just to cover all their bases. Now, is that actual worship? I go to church, I worship I don't really believe in God. But I just go to church and worship just in case there is a God. I'm covering my bases because I don't want to be, lit on fire or anything. Struck by lightning.
So what you know?
It's not really worship,
You know
right?
the Flash was struck by.
I do know the Flash was struck by lightning.
Yes, that's my
Everyone's in
show.
love with
That
Flash.
show is not accurate.
I'm in
You're
love
not
with
accurate.
Flash.
Stanley is so proud of you.
It's not
It's not
Barry
canon.
Allen. It's not even his name.
Yeah, I know that.
Look.
Disgusting.
This car's
Wally
so
West is
hot.
That's not even
Alright.
his name. It's
Alright,
Wally
let's
West.
focus
There are
back here.
multiple flashes.
Let's focus back here. I want to read one thing to you guys, okay? And this is my message to you about this. The reason why I wanted you to learn this part, and then we're going to go and learn something completely different, okay? Not completely different, it goes along with it. But this is how to do your own Bible study, okay? This is really important. Really important. Because I want to tell you this. This study, I wrote this on there so you can see. This is my heart, okay? This is what I want you guys to remember. This study is not meant to be easy, okay? It's meant to get deep. It's meant for you guys to have to work at it. The study is not meant to be easy, but it is meant to be encouraging and to show you an easy and exciting way to learn how to read the Bible and begin applying it to your life. As I have experienced in my own study, reading the Bible and learning from it is best done in a group of people who are striving to follow Christ. That's why we're here, right? That's why the youth group meets. You don't just meet to play basketball, even though that's a big part of it. You don't just meet to eat candy, even though that's a big part of it. All right, we are here to study the Word of God and to encourage each other. So, that's why this is so important. And if I learned this when I was your age instead of 30 years old, I'm 32 by the way, so 2 years ago, I'm just picking up on this stuff. I would be so much farther ahead right
What did
now.
you think he was?
Guys,
It's the beard.
supposed to say that.
It's the beard.
Well,
Aaron looks 24,
my dad's 40
okay?
and Aaron looks 21.
he doesn't look old at all.
He looks 24.
You guys make me old. That's what it is.
He's got
Oh.
wrinkles.
Ooh.
Because I put butter on my skin.
Put butter on your skin.
I'm done.
Butter, that sounds like a virgin with you.
Murder.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so anyway, back to the serious matter. Please take this seriously. I can speak from experience that if I learned this at an earlier age, I would be much more prepared tonight to help you learn this, okay? I'd be much more prepared to do what God wants me to do today. So how do you guys know 20 years from now what you're going to be doing?
I have absolutely no clue.
There you go. So pick
You
this
wanna be
up
a lawyer?
now.
I'm gonna be a politician.
Pick this up now, because it won't just help you in your Bible study. It'll help you in every other field of life. Okay, this is important. If you guys pick this up now, when you go to college, you won't struggle nearly as much. You're going to struggle. Okay, I'm not going to lie, but you won't struggle nearly as much. Okay, so pick it up now. 5 steps: content, classification, clarity, context, and call. Okay, purpose. The purpose is the most important part. So we're going to use that and apply that. Apply this lesson, the Acts chapter 17, to our life, and step number 5 together. Okay? So think about what happened with Paul. Verse number 19. Somebody read that for me? Maddie, you were like all over it. 19. One verse.
Maybe Brooke read it
Okay,
below the
they
picture.
took him, is that right?
Yep.
They took him and brought him to the Areopagus and said, "May we learn about this new teaching you speak of?"
Boom. That's important. It doesn't seem important. This is important, okay? These guys, the Stoics and the Epicureans, who took Paul to go to trial in a place that's known to be on trial for murderers, they took him. Do you think this is a good experience for Paul from the get-go? Not really. He didn't put up a fight. He went with them. But they started asking him questions because they said here, all they wanted to do was know things. All these Stoics and Epicureans, they just wanted to know things. So they asked questions constantly. A lot like you guys are asking questions, even though you're maybe not vocalizing them. Right now you're asking questions. What the heck is this guy talking about? Why does he have such an awesome beard? Why does he look like his skin is awesome? I put butter on it.
Why does he wear
Butter
glasses?
on
Why does he
it.
have glasses?
Is he
Right.
older
Why
or
does he
something?
like himself
All
so
these
much?
questions. Just, okay? So they were very much the same as you. So they brought him there with the intent to put him on trial for murder. Or for whatever they could hook him on. But instead they started asking him questions. May we learn about this new teaching you're speaking of? For what you say sounds strange to us. And what
Here
we
is it strange.
And we want you to know, or we want to know what these ideas mean. So what's the difference between the ideas that they had already heard and the gospel that Paul was teaching?
They believed in multiple gods, and they didn't they thought they each had different, one was the god of war, one was the god, and they believed in different mythical animals and stuff. But when now they're hearing about this god that's only one and fully mighty, and that could be able to kind of align there.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. They turned their world upside down. These guys who thought they knew everything because all the questions they're asking are now finding that it's much simpler. It's much simpler than that. Okay? It's not difficult. It doesn't have to be difficult. They're just making it difficult. All right? So, jump all the way down. Well, actually, start over again. Verse number 17, 19, both have one thing in common. He was found with other people. Okay? He wasn't just around his group of friends that he was most comfortable with. He was found where other people are. Like I said, he was in the city market. He was wherever people were met. He wasn't just hiding out someplace. Because at this time, to be a Christian was not something that was safe. It definitely was not safe.
Not
Okay?
until Constantine.
Yeah. Then it was.
Hey, I learned about that guy in school.
So right now, the Christians were being persecuted and killed. Okay. If you guys really want to get into it, look up how the disciples died. Really not nice deaths. So Paul was pretty gutsy and bold to be out there. But he was found where people were. At the very end there, it also says, verse number 32. Can somebody read there? And 33. 32 and 33. Anybody?
I don't have my shoe.
What happened to your sheet?
Lady, can you read 32 and 33? It's a nice book, just booming voice.
Not like a little boy. Read it like a
Stop
man.
taking my phone.
32 and 33.
When they heard about the resurrection of
You
the
said
dead,
you're not.
some began to. But others said, we'd like to hear from you again about this. Then Paul left their presence.
He said like a man, not like a
Oh, I'm sorry, 34 also.
I'm a little boy, sorry.
34.
Okay.
However,
Next one.
However, some men joined him and believed.
Yeah.
Stop. However, some men joined him and believed.
including Dionysius,
Right, I said stop.
the Erector, a woman named
So he put his safety out on the line here, okay? He allowed his relationship with the people that he knew about downtown when he was hanging out at the city market. They took him away, asked him questions. He was kind of thrown off guard. They were thrown off guard that he was able to actually answer them, okay? And some of them believed him and followed him. But some of them didn't, okay? What does that mean to you guys right now? This is where the call comes into place. Number 5. Layton's thinking.
He's got his thinking cap on.
I don't have a thinking cap.
Are you sure? You seem like the kind of person that wants to have a thinking cap.
So what can we learn about this in particular? Even the whole book of Acts. Why do we have the book of Acts available to us?
You can't just like hear about it and say like, okay, that's good enough for me, I'll go to heaven. You have to actually follow and put every effort to be in a relationship.
Relationship with Christ
We're on time.
and
Get in here.
how do
Brady.
other people get to know that?
By telling them.
So a relationship with each other. Nevaeh,
Share your story.
nail on the head. Sharing your story. Okay? That's just something else. Alright, so here's the fun part. Okay, I'm gonna use this awesome whatever side screen here. Yeah,
TV.
that one.
Yeah. Very small TV.
They haven't been around for a while.
That needs some brightness to go down.
I want to show you guys three things here, and then I'm going to show you a fourth one. There's 4 total videos I want to show you. Okay? Videos, I know, like, right? It's already getting your attention.
Whoa.
He said you should turn things in
NBC Chromecast #1.
Alright, here's the first one. You guys will recognize this one right away.
Wait, is this the one in the basement where the people names?
Is it
No.
Batman?
No.
Oh, we haven't watched this.
Yes.
I haven't seen Forrest Gump.
Okay, well, you'll still
Fourth
get it.
I
one.
haven't seen Forrest Gump.
All of
Alright,
them is
ready?
bought for chocolate.
Alright, I don't know how loud it's going to be, so we might have to...
You never know what you're gonna get.
I don't recall what I got for my first Christmas. I don't know when I went on my first outdoor picnic, but I do remember the first time I heard the sweetest voice in the wide world. I had never seen anything so beautiful in my life. She was like an angel.
What's wrong with your legs? I'm nothing at all, thank you. My legs are just fine and dandy.
I just sat next to her on that bus and had a conversation all the way to school.
My back's pretty like a question mark. It's gonna make me
Next to
straight
Mama.
and narrow.
No one ever talked to me or asked me questions.
Are you stupid or something? I'm so stupid as stupid does.
Yes, it is.
I'm Jenny. I'm Forrest Gump.
From that day on, we was always together. Jenny and me was like peas and carrots. She taught me how to climb. I showed her how to dangle. She helped me learn how to read. And I showed her how to swing. Sometimes we just sit out, wait for the stars.
Mama's gonna worry about me. Yes, Daddy, Mama.
For some reason, Jenny didn't ever want to go home.
Okay, Jenny, I'll stay.
She was my most special friend.
All right. So think about that movie clip.
Oh, that's great.
Think about. Hang on. I didn't say what you think about it. I said I want you to think about the movie clip. Think about a relationship in your life where that movie clip maybe symbolizes that relationship there. No?
Come on, Glenn, we all know.
I have a,
We all know what?
Hey, be respectful. This is what we're talking about.
when I was in second or third grade, I don't remember, and I was at like a new school and I didn't know anything. I was actually bullied on the bus for like the first 2 days, and then this kid stepped up and stood up for me, and he was really big and strong. And then I'm getting there.
Oh yeah, I've met him.
McCurry, yeah. And then we became best friends since then. He walked me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember him and his sister. What's his sister's name?
Which one? Bigger or smaller?
There's Sakura and Lucy.
Sakura. Yes, Sakura. I haven't met Lucy. Anybody else want to share a relationship story that kind of symbolizes that? Not that. That's pretty cool, but the peas and carrots relationship. Okay, just they're different, but obviously go together. Anything? How many of you have braces?
I'm getting
I'm going to step out here, okay?
I get braces within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
I don't have
So,
braces.
is there any anxiety around getting braces?
I'm getting braces.
I'm not that worried
Yeah, I'm a
because
loner right now.
3/4 of the population at the
Oh,
high
well,
school
that's
has
it for you,
braces,
then.
so.
I don't need
Yeah, I'm worried a little bit. I just don't want to
My
look.
So-
teeth are perfect.
Have you guys ever had a circumstance? Hey, have you guys ever had a circumstance? Hannah,
I'm afraid it's gonna hurt.
have you ever had a circumstance where you're not like the one that everyone wants to have sit by you or sit by them on the bus?
Yes.
All the time, right?
Popular kids will
No,
say.
people sit by me.
100%. All the popular
That's
kids hate me.
disrespectful.
I wouldn't say they hate you.
They hate me.
Look, we don't hate you.
Eventually,
Right?
Dave, you're not popular.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
I didn't say that. Sibling rivalry.
We just sell these exactly.
Eventually, you'll be their
I
boss,
was like
though.
blown right here. 4 years.
Good point. Good point. All right, so you guys can each think of your own relationships in your life where that scenario there played out kind of symbolizes that. That's a pretty cool picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's.
So,
That's a
I mean, I can think of tons of really embarrassing relationship type things that I want to share with you, but we need to move on. All right, so here's another one. Be thinking about this just as.
Is that a car?
No, be thinking of this as I'm land it. That way you have something in your head you want to share with everybody, okay? This is different types of relationships, okay?
I want to see it now.
How many of you guys have seen the movie Rudy?
No.
I
love
have.
that movie. I have.
I've only seen it once.
Good day.
All right, shh. You guys hear it?
I think.
Have you ever seen
All I hear is.
Oh,
Oh, no, I didn't have time to wrap it.
Right. Oh, I swear. Just go, Maddie. Notre Dame.
I know that.
So in the surplus store, I said, that's gotta be yours.
Turn around.
What was that?
I don't know how I'm ever gonna thank you.
It's Samwise.
Yeah,
also.
that I'm like, it's totally him. The Fighting Irish. Yes.
Turn around.
You were born with that jacket.
I don't remember the face of the video.
None of those are Rudy.
Oh.
You know that era? The only head coach in Notre Dame history that encourages walk-on players?
Probably know more about that team than half the players.
I can't wait to get there. Guess how much money I have saved up?
20. 80, 50.
Gosh, I'm smart.
That's a good start.
Don't smoke, kids.
Cancer sticks.
Well, you know, my dad always said, having dreams is what makes life tolerable.
Jeremy, quiet.
All right.
Was that the clip?
So this is a relationship where you maybe only have one or two of these friends that like just click with you. They know exactly what you want, what you need without even asking, right?
Yeah.
He saw this at a thrift store, a Notre Dame jacket. Are these two maybe one of them?
Yes, she read her mind and she gave her
Wait,
chocolate.
what did you say? That's ridiculous.
Hey, she got chocolate today, like an hour ago.
Actually, wasn't chocolate was my chocolate.
Okay.
So this is a relationship that like you just click, right?
Her stomach hurts because she ate all of her chocolate.
Don't eat all the chocolate at once.
Why did you eat all the chocolate?
Lesson learned.
The
All right,
chocolate?
I have one more relationship thing I want to show you here. You guys be thinking of this. This one's a little bit harder. The first two you can probably think about. This one is a little bit harder.
They're roots. That's not a boat.
Uh-oh, is this a scary movie?
It is.
Oh, I'm out. I hate scary
I'm
movies.
kidding. It's not a scary movie. It's a musical.
I have never seen a guy
Musical.
I have never seen a guy.
Now it starts out. You just have to jump into it. Put yourself in these people's situations. That's the only.
Are they in jail?
You guys.
What situation
You guys will know the
are
movie.
dudes in?
You guys will know the movie as soon as I start playing. Okay.
Is it Batman?
Shh.
Song music.
You have to listen to it though.
That's not Batman.
This is Les Mis.
I've never seen a movie in my life.
You look old.
I'm surprised.
Isn't that the Wolverine?
It's John John.
There is wine here to revive you.
Oh.
It's a good singer for an old
There
man.
is bread to make you strong.
He steals all the silver.
The bed to rest mourning. Rest from pain and rest from wrong.
Who steals? Who's
Bless the food we eat today. Bless our dear sister and our guest.
They get the old guys really nice. You should see.
So he obviously welcomes him in. He's homeless. Feeds him. Lets him get washed up. Gives him a place to stay at night. And how does the friend react?
Steals all the silver.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he's a bad dude.
He's a criminal. He turns into a mayor after this guy.
I hope he dies.
I hope he dies.
Hey, look, they caught him.
Look!
Yes!
That's not him.
It's the same guy. They caught
We
him.
have the silver. We caught this man red-handed. You didn't have to say you gave it.
He said
That is right.
you gave it to him.
But my friend, you left so early. Surely something slipped your mind. You forgot. I gave these also. Would you leave the best behind? Mr. Lisa, this man has spoken true. I commend you for your duty. Now Lord's blessing go with you.
Wait, you said the guy who caught
They
him?
give to them?
The guy who... Well, I saw him.
Eventually, Jean Valjean.
Shush!
Just pay attention.
Please bring it, young.
By the witness of the martyr, and the passion of the blood,
So much darkness. I know, but it looks like he
and
dealt
the
with
saved shall
He sings so good.
There's someone laughing.
Yeah, but so
All right.
eventually Jean Valjean, because of that, he becomes a mayor and turns into
Oh,
a good
really?
man
How did you
who
do this?
saves a prostitute's daughter.
Whoa!
That's the
One
base.
of, hey, listen, one of the reasons why I picked this video is because this entire movie is full of good stuff,
Oh,
right?
man, yeah.
What's it called?
It is a
Lame.
musical, okay? It is a
Lame.
musical, but it is a really good movie. It tells you, it has, hey,
It is nice.
it has a lot of really good application to it, okay? So, speaking of application,
What is?
tell me about the relationship here.
So the guy is homeless, and they let him. They let him inside his home, and he lets them eat with them and sleep. And the guy, in return, like steals all the stuff and is really rude to him and is a horrible person. But even though when he's caught, the priest still like has love and consent for him, and he still lets him go with all this stuff.
Brayden.
Plus some, right? So, take that story, which is that's the best part of this entire story, okay? But take that and apply it to what we're talking about here in the biblical sense, Christian sense, okay? What might that relationship symbolize? You're going to go all the way with it, right? Go.
Yeah.
It could symbolize someone in God, because God is always good to them, no matter what wrong that they do to him, and he'll always forgive his sins, no matter what we do against him. And we could be like the worst person to him ever. He'll still forgive us and give us more than we need, and always provide for us.
Right. Absolutely. And even on a human level, do you guys have friends that sometimes stab you in the back? That as soon as you turn around, they're saying something bad about you, they're
Yeah.
and whatever.
Bladen.
Okay.
And you're the one that beats me up every day, and I do nothing. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave
And
it.
you
I don't
still-
even try.
and
If you
still love each
measured
other.
your house to my house,
Uh-huh.
300 feet.
Yeah, I
that's-
gotta measure the steps before you come and raid my house and beat
It's-
me up.
it's-
Just don't walk in there, open the door, and he'll come inside my house.
Hey. So the relationship there is not necessarily like the best, right? From the perspective of Jean Valjean. But the priest forgave him, but he asked something in return. He asked to use that gold, and you'll see later on down the road, as Logan was kind of pointing out, that he uses that gold and silver to redeem someone else, and it's just a snowball effect. Keeps on redeeming people. And you see this relationship that started, it could have gone very bad. He could have gone to jail. And how many times have you heard people go to jail and come right back out and they do the exact same thing
Yeah.
again?
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
It's
So the
so
priest-
bad.
You guys.
I'm sorry.
So the priest
Watch
forgave
me,
him.
one of them.
Forgave him once in his life. For once in his life, he was forgiven and was able to start fresh. Okay? So think about that in your
Start
relationships. Think about that. Okay? You guys sitting in this room right here, your relationships could go this way. Okay? You could be changing someone who is sitting right across the table from you. At
Yeah.
school or right here.
I don't have
All right.
anyone of
Now, we have one last thing. Here's another video you're going to absolutely love. Not as much as that one.
Is it that bad?
That one, no, not Frozen. Not at all.
When's it gonna be that bad?
Why would you do that?
I've only seen it once.
Alright, so here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. I'm going to challenge you with the challenging video. Here's the important thing you guys want to catch, okay? So the call, step 5. Call. What do you need to do? What do you need to do after going through those 4 steps, okay? Here's the challenge. I'm reaching out to you. What did Paul do?
He taught.
He taught. He answered the questions. people followed him.
Even though that he might have been hurt or killed.
Yeah, he was knowingly probably walking into something that was not going to end well for him. He walked out of it perfectly fine with friends that followed him and became disciples himself. Okay? Think about that. Here's the challenge I have to you. I'm going to play this video, and the challenge is going to be the exact same challenge. You guys have to be quiet, though. This is really hard video to hear. Have you guys ever heard of the movie?
Someone's here.
Okay, let him talk.
Okay. Faith Like Potatoes. Have you guys ever
Heard of that movie?
It's a good movie. All right, is it playing? No.
You know, I have this urgency in me.
Yes,
Okay.
he likes
Feeling in
potatoes.
my heart now. I really want to know God. And
They have a different accent, so you have to listen
I want to
closely.
know why he knows me. And I don't know, what can I do? Is there something I can do?
Well, that's God's Spirit in you. I'll tell you what. You tell the first 3 friends you see today what you did. Tell them you gave your life to Jesus. Now, that's a challenge.
But that's it.
Just do it. It's a little Bible somebody gave me a long, long time ago. I like it.
So what are you challenging with? Tell the first 3 friends.
I prayed, I prayed, I prayed.
I gave my life.
It's not what the challenge was.
I'm a
That
friend.
was what the challenge was.
Are you calling me your friend?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, man.
Listen,
We're more like acquaintances.
did you see it? He saw a friend the first time and walked away. The friend actually has to chase him down.
What's up, bud? You look like they're warmed up. What's wrong? You haven't been taking those happy pills, have you?
No, of course, there's something I'm going to tell you.
Oh, you're not. Because it's off duty. How about the games you did at Dortmund?
Yep. We watched Landon's Forrest Gump and what the last one?
Hey, Bucky, that looks like you're serious, man. You look like the Springboks just lost against the All Blacks. Even worse, you can't speak English.
He's trying to shoot a basket.
I made a decision yesterday. To give my whole life, my family, my farm to Jesus.
Oh man, he did not like that.
Okay?
I can't even imitate that sound.
You shouldn't judge that these things.
No, Chris, really, I'm being serious. So God just took me by the throat and shook me into the other side.
You're not going to pull a wheel on me, are you? It's just, another one bites the dust.
All right, so that's the challenge.
Yeah,
We're not gonna watch it again. So the challenge is this, guys. What's going on this weekend again?
I'm not going. I can't.
Okay.
ABI.
You're not going. That's fine. I understand. ABI. Let's go. Okay. What's going on Sunday?
Church.
What's going on next Wednesday?
Youth group.
Maybe.
What's going on
This Friday.
every day in the kingdom of God?
Pray.
Someone celebrating her
Right.
arrival.
Okay. So the challenge is this: invite some people to the lock-in.
I will.
It's not going to be a life-changing thing for them to lock in, but it's going to be a door,
That's
right?
all.
A door into a relationship with you guys right here. How many of you started going to the youth group since last time we did a lock-in?
I was.
Oh, what if you're like one of the first original members
So
of the
how many of you
youth
started going to the youth groups starting after Easter last year?
Starting after Easter. Last year.
So the only people in the room, Gabe, Logan, were the only 2 of you guys right here that were here before Easter last year.
Yeah.
Right? You know why?
Going to church.
You know why? I know, but you didn't really go to the youth group though. There's nothing wrong with that. But when did you get plugged in?
Our dad.
When did you get plugged into the youth group?
The church and dad.
When,
Okay, besides you
when
two.
you swapped
Besides you two.
out
Dad.
for Brian and Lisa, a bunch of people came in.
So
Why did I say Brian and Lisa? Ryan and Michelle.
I came in and my mom
My
got the
fault.
email that it was starting up again.
Why did I say Brian and Lisa?
So you got invited. You got invited.
Teenage Brian.
There was a challenge out to the youth group
I'm sorry,
to invite
Michelle.
people.
My brain
And what
is
happened? What happened last lock-in, guys? How many people were here?
A lot.
a lot.
43 kids.
Oh wow. That's a lot.
I'm glad.
That was ridiculous. We didn't expect
Why
that.
did so much come?
You know why they came? You know why they came? You know why they're part? Hey, guys. I'm almost done, okay? You know why they came? You know why they got activated in the youth group?
Because
Because of other people.
Because you guys invited them.
Yeah.
They will not
Come.
come unless you invite them. They won't feel welcome walking in here with total strangers.
Right.
You need to push yourself in one of those three situations, okay? One of those situations is step out through your relationship with your friends and even your enemies, like John Valjean there.
John Bell, John.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Thank you. David.
he's the guy that stole it in my minutes.
All right.
He stole it.
All right. Take those guides with you. If you guys use those, I guarantee you, fast connection stop. It's my own guarantee. No one even noticed that.
Didn't change, son.
I'll guarantee that it'll change the way you study the Bible. Okay? You guys listening up?
Yes.
All right. Who wants to close in prayer?
Do you want me to turn the video off now? Do you want me to turn the video off now?
James is like a prayer warrior.
He always is. Don't turn it off unless it goes.
Do I turn it off yet?
You can turn it off.